The Black Death was one of the most devastating pandemics in human history, wiping out an estimated 30 to 60,000% of Europe's population in the mid-14th century. This catastrophic event not only reshaped societies, but also altered economies, cultures, and even religious beliefs. In this blog, we'll explore the origins, spread, symptoms, and long-term effects of the Black Death, a plague that changed the world forever. What was the Black Death? The Black Death, 1347 to 1351, was a bubonic plague pandemic caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis. It spread through fleas that infested black rats, which were common on merchant ships and in crowded medieval cities. There were three forms of the plague: bubonic plague, most common, swollen lymph nodes, buboes, fever, chills; septicemic plague, infection in the blood, causing blackened skin and rapid death; pneumonic plague, affected the lungs, spread through coughing, deadliest form. Victims often died within 3 to 7 days of infection, with mortality rates as high as 80% in some areas. Where did the Black Death come from? The plague likely originated in Central Asia, modern-day China, or Mongolia, and traveled along the Silk Road. In 1347, it reached Crimea, where Mongol forces besieging the city of Kaffa, now Feodosia, Ukraine, allegedly catapulted infected corpses over the walls, an early form of biological warfare. From there, Genoese merchant ships carried the disease to Sicily, and it quickly spread across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. How did the Black Death spread so quickly? Several factors contributed to the rapid spread. Trade routes: merchant ships carried infected rats and fleas to major ports. Poor sanitation: medieval cities were filthy, with waste in streets and rat infestations. People lived in close quarters, making transmission easier. Lack of medical knowledge: doctors didn't understand germs. By 1351, nearly 25 million Europeans had died, about 1/3 of the continent's population. Some cities, like Florence and Venice, lost 50 to 60% of their inhabitants. The horrors of the plague: symptoms and death. Imagine waking up with painful, egg-sized swellings, buboes in your armpits or groin, followed by high fever, vomiting, and blackened skin from internal bleeding. Many died within days. Doctors wore plague masks with beak-like filters filled with herbs, believing bad smells miasma spread disease. They had no idea about bacteria. Mass graves that are called plague pits were dug to bury the dead. In London, thousands were buried in the East Smithfield Cemetery. How did society react? A. Panic and scapegoating. People searched for someone to blame. Jews were falsely accused of poisoning wells, leading to massacres in Germany and Spain. Flagellant whipped themselves in public, believing the plague was God's punishment. Economic and social upheaval: labor shortages. With so many dead, surviving workers demanded higher wages. End of feudalism: serfs gained more freedom as lords needed laborers. Art and culture: the dance macabre. Dance of Death became a popular theme, reminding people of mortality. Did the Black Death ever return? Yes, the plague resurfaced in waves for centuries. The Great Plague of London, 1665 to 1666, killed 100,000. The Plague of Marseille, 1720, last major outbreak in Western Europe. Today, modern antibiotics can treat the plague, but rare cases still occur. Madagascar, 2017. The Black Death's lasting impact. Medicine led to better public health measures. Quarantines, sanitation. Religion weakened trust in the church, contributing to the Reformation. Economy shifted power to workers, helping end feudalism. Science paved the way for germ theory and epidemiology. Conclusion: lessons from history. The Black Death was a human catastrophe, but it also forced societies to adapt. It reminds us of the power of disease and the importance of science, sanitation, and solidarity in fighting pandemics. Could something like this happen again? With global travel and antibiotic resistance, experts warn that new pandemics are possible. But unlike medieval Europe, we have knowledge and medicine to fight back. What do you think? How would modern society handle a plague like the Black Death? Are there parallels between the Black Death and recent pandemics like the COVID-19?
Well, that is it for this part. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel more than you think.